Hello, Aries. How are you? Today is November 5th, 2022. I'm here to do your reading for the week. It's astrologically very busy week. Big news is that on Tuesday, the 8th, election day in the US, there is an eclipse, full moon eclipse in Taurus and Scorpio. Sorry, lost it. I don't love this eclipse. Tough energies. If you want to know more, there's a video on tarot and the astrology of it on my membership page. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get straight into the energy of the week. Can I get the overall energy for Aries week of November 5th, 2022? Overall energy. Okay, too many. Energy for Aries week of November 5th, 2022. Oh dear, interesting. Taking risks. This reminds me of the Fool card. Jumping off, leaping off into new things. And we got a message a couple of weeks ago about stepping out of your comfort zone. And that's where you would find your abundance and having to do things differently than you have done in the past. And one of the other themes that's been coming up a lot over in the readings over the last few weeks is that the past doesn't equal the future, right? That where you are is a different place. And that just because things went one way, and here's that comparison card again, just because things went one way in the past doesn't mean they're going to go that way in the future. And that now is a time to try something new, to try and soar to new heights, and to not compare the past with the present. Don't compare your experience with someone else's. Don't compare two people. Each one is different. Each situation is different. And each one brings its own karmic lessons that are right for the context in which they find themselves. Now, this image brings up another card from another deck that actually I was looking at that I wanted to use, which talks about past lives. And so to me, there's also something here about, what's going on right now, especially since we're so heavy in the Scorpio energy, which is a very karmic sign ruled by Pluto. That this is a time where we're sort of like healing old karmic wounds. Okay, and then the lesson here is the new moon in Sagittarius to focus on the positive. So if any of us have slipped into kind of like a negative mind frame, because Scorpio energy is easy to do so, this month, like between Cancer season and Scorpio season is usually like if I'm going to have like a nervous breakdown over the year, it's in one of those two. So far I've been okay this Scorpio season. I just got sick. So, but there is some sort of karmic purging. Let's put it that way. But what it's asking you to do is to not look at the past, or to use fresh objective eyes to evaluate every situation for what it is. Now, let me get some other cards here. Can I get 3 cards for Aries? Did I read this? I didn't read this. I want to read this. Sorry. Felt like things were going awfully fast. Okay, so when you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, interesting, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. That's interesting because who is it that said it? Was it Henry Ford? No, it was Edison, I think, which is I haven't failed. I've just not succeeded 10,000 times, right? And so if you're giving up somewhere, or you've been given a new opportunity, or there's a potential for new opportunity coming in, and you're like, nah, because it's just interesting, that Seven of Swords right there, trying to skulk away from something. Nah, because it's just going to be exactly like it was the last time, or like these things don't work out for me, or my karma is such that life makes, this lifeline is not a successful one, that these ideas are taking you in the wrong direction, right? These like negative thoughts, or these kind of like, this is like my shade card, so when you're having like shady thoughts or doing something shady, or just like not pure, let's say that, those are taking you towards the past, right? And this card here is flying in a different direction. It's flying in a new direction, away from things that are already established. Sorry, there's fly I swear to God, it's like stalking me. I've been doing Zoom calls for the last couple of days, and the fly is like on my shoulder right now, is a special guest star in all of them. Anyway, so flying towards, and I started a whole speech about the fly when I was talking about flying away from the old and the established, right? From things that have been there for a long time, flying away from past karma, moving on to new heights, reaching new heights, exploring new territories. And that's very much what Sagittarius is all about, which is, of course, our season that's coming up next. So this may also be that something that you think isn't going to work out, that on the new moon in Sagittarius, which is the 23rd, that you may actually find out that it was a good idea, right? And you see how the bird, is that an eagle? I think it's an eagle. The eagle and the Sagittarian arrow are flying in the same direction, right? And they're moving in the opposite direction of the Seven of Swords, who's looking back, right? Maybe think of like what could have happened. Anyway, I think you want to, like I said, if you have a new opportunity coming in, don't let your shady thoughts or your unhealthy thoughts, especially based in comparison, have you walk away from it, right? And there's the Nine of Swords. That your thinking can get you into trouble right now, especially if it's invested, because here we have Five of Swords. We got Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, just a Nine of Swords. There's the Emperor. Those are going to take you in the wrong direction. And I think, oh, right. Wasn't it like the last reading where I was saying like move in the direction of your dreams, right? Life is taking you in a different direction if you're willing to take the risk. 2 more cards here, please. And if you are able to keep your thoughts in a healthier or even in a neutral space, right? Just not on the negative. Not like, no, this isn't who I am. No, life doesn't want me to be successful. No, my family, this. Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, right? So getting clarity and moving in a new direction. Look at all these swords. Sword, 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 swords. No cups, no pentacles. So there's a lot of mental energy going on right now. And what this says to me is that the mind is what's going to make or break it right now. It's not about how you're feeling. It's not about what's going on in the world around you. It's how you are thinking about things. Let me get one more card here for the outcome. Where does this lead to? So there is some clarity to be had here. Okay, nice. Yes. And then the end card here is the movement card. So moving forward, right? Look at all these birds. So all these guys are moving in the same direction. We have the ostrich moving there, we have the eagle moving there, and then we have the Sagittarius, the archer's arrow moving forward, trying to launch you into a different direction. Now look at these swords here, right? They're all trying to take you into a different direction, except for the Ace of Swords, which is stable in the middle, underneath, you know, trying to bring clarity to this, doing something new, thinking, changing your thinking around something. So old thinking, like, it's not impure. I can't find the right freaking word here. Negative mindsets, any sort of negative thinking based in comparison, based in lies, or, you know, half truth, where it's like you're reacting and not responding. Give yourself the possibility to think new thoughts about what your future could look like, or about what's happening, right? Especially on any new offers. Really move into a new headspace, or think differently about something that you've been doing, because that's what's going to take you forward. And my feeling is it's going to happen around Sagittarius season, because we have this new moon here. And so right now, you know, especially because we're mired in the Scorpio energy, it may not be that easy, but this is a time where you want to embrace the new, right? I've already said that like 100 times. So let me get another card here. Take a chance. Assume that you don't know how things are going to work out, right? Stop with the, oh, that isn't me. That would never work out. Oh, this looks just like my old, oh, but in my family, we wouldn't. Like, all that stuff needs to get cut out. It needs to move into a different direction, because your future is going into a whole different direction here. Like, the natural energies want to pull you this way. The mind is pulling you that way. Okay, and then we have here, so Angel Uziel and Smoky Quartz, Heavenly Mercy. Let's read this. This is a 9. Okay, so we bring you the gift of heavenly mercy. As you grow spiritually, your energy field becomes more substantial. Your thoughts and actions carry more karmic weight in the world, right? As your power increases, your ability to do good increases too. Your positive words can have a potent effect on others. So too can the very human moments when you may be having an off day and unintentionally respond to another in a way that is not unconditionally loving. We do not want you to be afraid of becoming powerful. We know that most often you are going to make a positive contribution with your power. We also know that sometimes you will wish you could undo a choice you've made and its effect. To help you, we offer our karmic protection, where the destructive impact of your actions, ooh, interesting, because that's what these two cards are here, right? The destructive impact of your actions is softened, and the positive effect of your action is enhanced. As you grow in power and impact, our gift of heavenly mercy will surround you, aligning your actions with divine will and blessing you, and all affected by you with divine compassion. Okay, interesting. So definitely, like I said, your thoughts and words have incredible power right now to move you forward or to kind of drag you down. And they can have an effect not only on you, but also on others. And like I said, this is a very karmic time. And there's karmic things coming up. Obviously, this lunar eclipse is going to sort of fast forward things. So like, try and be as nice as you can. But if something happens, this card says, you know, it's going to try and limit the damage. Do apologize if possible. Be mindful of how you speak to other people, especially like when you're comparing them to other things or comparing them to other situations. And really try and keep your mind in a beneficial space about, you know, taking risks, even in saying things, saying positive things that maybe you've been afraid to say. Even like if, you know, bringing clarity to someone, bringing words to someone that will move a situation forward in a positive way. So like if there's someone that you need to be honest with, and you need to clarify with, either through like an apology or stating your position, or explaining something, that you want to do it in as kind a method as possible without using comparisons. Like, oh, well, my last boyfriend that I loved so much did it this way, you know, because that has the potential to wound here. And really trying to stay in a space of positive growth. If you make a mistake, remember there was that 9 of Swords that we got from all this overthinking energy here. The angels are protecting you and kind of canceling out that karma so you don't create new karma. But do try and watch your words, because they carry tremendous power right now to either move you forward or drag you back. Okay, hope this was helpful. See you next week. Take care.